All right, let's do this. It's Prop the Mic. We're live. We got Dave and Tom coming to you on Tuesday morning, November 19th, going through the NBA slate like we did last week. We're going to take out the top picks that our model spits out for us in the morning, and we're going to take you through each one of those picks, click around in props.cash, and come up with our favorites of the bunch. It's been working out well for us. We're 25-6 over the last 8 days. It's a scorching 80% hit rate over the last 8 days. These waves don't come around super often, and you just got to keep riding them and hope you can ride them as long as you can. Right, Dave?
Yeah, I'm looking. We're up like over 17 units or something like that in that period of time. So
let's go.
Yeah, it's been nice. The NBA season was a little slower than what we were hoping for when it first started, but we're only like a month in, so it took a couple
it
cautious
took a month
weeks.
Of data. Yeah, it took a month. Now the data's caught up, right? Now it's working its magic.
Crushing, and we almost hit another plus 700 parlay last night. We were just 2 Norman Powell assists off. It wasn't even his fault. I watched the game, and Chris Dunn just missed. He kept stepping on the line every time that, like, in the corner to shoot a 3 every time Norm Powell tried to throw him the ball. Yeah. So I blame Chris Dunn for not having us being up even more units, but I'm not complaining about where we're at. It's pretty awesome. Great run.
Yeah, it is great. It is great. All right. Before we get started, just want to remind everyone of the special promo we got going on with Props.cash to give PTM viewers 50% off their first month of Props.cash. Usually in the history of our relationship, that's been 25%. We're running an exclusive limited time offer, so you get 50% off your first month. So take advantage of it. You see us using it on every podcast. We're going to be firing up here in just 1 second. Take advantage of the opportunity to try it out for yourself. 50% off using code PTM50. You ready, Dave? You ready to do it?
I am. And also, if you go to our Dub Club, we have a promo right now for 50% off our first month there as well. Same code, PTM50. So we opened that up to 10 people yesterday. I just opened it up for the next 10. So if you guys are watching and you want access to all these picks, come on into a Dub Club too.
That's it. Let's go.
All right, let's start this off with going through our pick list again, like we did last time. I'm not even going to flash it up on the screen. We're just going to dive right into it. We have only 6 games tonight, but they're all NBA Cup games. So just before we dive into the picks, I'll just say there's a couple games here that are going to be super competitive. The number one game that we're going to talk about first is the Cavs and the Celtics. Cavs are undefeated, 15-0. Incredible start to the season. Celtics are doing great, 11-3, right? But the Celtics are actually favored in this game, -5.5, and the total's 236. So nice scoring. The reason why this one will be so good is the Cavs are 1-0 in the group play of the NBA Cup, and they're in the same group as the Celtics, who are 0-1. So basically, the way the NBA Cup works, there's 6 groups of 5 teams each. The top team from each group advances to a knockout stage, and then there's 2 wild cards as well. I think one from the East, one from the West. So basically, if the Celtics lose tonight, they're kind of out of the NBA Cup. So I think they're going to be playing really hard, big minutes for the starters. I think they obviously want to win this cup, right? So
yeah.
So that'll be a fun game. So we'll start with that one. Let's go with the first play on our board, which is actually an assist play. Let's go with Jaylen Brown for 3.5 assists. So let me pull him up on Props.cash.
I like the Celtics to hand the Cavs their first loss of the season tonight. What do you think?
I think so. I'll share a little money line play too, a little builder play too that I just put out in the Discord. If you think the Celtics are going to win tonight, they're about -200 odds money line. But if you want a plus money play on the Celtics, you can play the Celtics money line with the Thunder money line. Thunder are playing the Spurs, and then the Lakers money line, who are playing the Jazz. So those 3 teams are plus 114 FanDuel. So to me, if you think the Celtics are winning, that's a great way to get a plus money out of a minus 200.
Can we just give a little quick shout out to Damian Lillard? I gave up on that play last night. What was it? 2 minutes or 4 minutes left in the game, and he only had 2 rebounds. It was basically shot, and I stopped looking.
It was shot. He within a 1.5 minute span, he cashed our bet with 2 rebounds and won the game for the Bucks. So some may say Dame time is expired, but it looked pretty
alive and well last night. Yeah,
looked alive and well last night. So all right, so here we go. We got Props.cash up. We got Jaylen Brown up as our first discussion play. We got 23 picks in total that we're going to look at here. We're going to try to cull this down to probably eight or 9. So Jaylen Brown over 3.5 assists. He's cleared this in 70% of games this season. 19 DVP, so it's not a particularly great matchup. But it's pretty good trend there if you look, especially over the last 8 games. So what do you think?
It's looking good. Let's see any history against the Cavs you can look at. A lot of 4s there. That was from a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, I mean this is the playoff, so we can go on Props.cash to regular season, right?
Oh, look at the regular season. There we go.
Yeah, which is, kind of makes sense. He was probably more of a less of a facilitator in the playoffs and more of a shooter, right?
Yeah. His last 3 games on 2 days rest. Oh, that was in the finals though against Dallas. Let's not take a look at that. Though he did have some nice outputs there. Yeah. A little up and down.
Yeah, last 4 games. Yeah, exactly.
We need a filter on here for NBA Cup games.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling it. I don't know. What do you think? What's his cleaning the glass ranking here? 41st percentile. So not tremendous.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I like the value at minus 125. I would have thought something that's cleared in 7 of the last 8 games, you would have gotten a probably more like a minus 150. And you could see in other books it's trending up a little bit. So I think it's good. I think it'll be sweaty. But I do think,
I mean, go ahead.
I do think he's going to get monster minutes. And actually,
yeah,
this is actually even more compelling. If you take out those first 2 games of the season where he only played 30 minutes and you take this up to 35 this year, he's cleared in every game but 1, right?
Yeah.
And then if you look, let's see, the last 20, not as compelling, but the last 10, 9 out of his last 10 when he plays 35 plus minutes. So I think it's a good play.
Yeah, I like it too. There's some nice comps. Brandon Miller 4. Who else we have in here? Brandon Ingram 5. Franz Wagner 6. Zach LaVine 9. So some decent comps too. I know the DVP wasn't great, but some nice output by some comparable players. Yeah, I like it. Let's put a Y next to that one. Let's give it a yes.
Yeah, and actually, if you just look this season too, he's perfect. He's 6 straight with in games where they've won as well. So if you think they're going to win, I just like the total is 236 points. So I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Plenty of opportunities for assists. Tatum will shoot the ball 4,000 times in this game at home. So, all right. So Jaylen Brown, 3.5 assists. Let's lock it in.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Do you have the list up in front of you?
I do. Next up, Al Horford, 8.5 points. Worst DVP matchup on the board. It's their centers against Cleveland, which makes sense. Scoring, not great. 17th percentile on cleaning the glass points. So that's the unfavorable part. Any favorable parts in the hit rates there? Just squeaking it out.
Yeah.
9, 10, 9, 8, 8, 10.
And Big Al kind of lives and dies by the 3. If you look at all these games, kind of where he is clearing, he's like, I bet he doesn't have a very good hit rate if he has less than 2 threes.
Playing big minutes over his last 5 games, which would lead me to believe, what are they on 2 days rest now? So maybe he'll play. Any against Cleveland, though he did have 22 in their last game. Was that a playoff? Yeah. Last season, not great. 3 games against Cleveland, 3 regular season games against Cleveland. He had 7, and whatever that is, 2 2 points.
Yeah.
I'm
What
a,
if
this is
what if
this,
center's done? What if center's done shooting threes against Cleveland? Because to me, that's where he's going to do his scoring. Big Al's not going to be like backing down Mobley
no.
and Allen in the post, right? Like I just don't think he's. So I think this is going to be like he's going to need 2 threes. If you look, his 2 threes is minus 156. So
Yeah. I don't like. Look at Vooch only got 1 on the line of 1.5. Lopez 1. Cat only had 1 against them. I mean, Cat's had monster 3-point shooting games. This seems like a pass for me.
Yeah. Pass for the full line. Probably a great builder leg if you want to put him for 6 points.
Yeah.
I kind of love that for Horford because you can get that with two threes. So pass on the full, maybe a builder leg. All right. What's up next?
We cashed on this one over the weekend. Derek White, 16.5 points.
Okay, minus 115. Yep.
Yeah, nice DVP. Eighth best points matchup in terms of DVP. 84th percentile on cleaning the glass. I feel like I want to go back to Derek White here.
Look at those comps too. Brandon Miller just put up 15, which was below his 16.5 point line. But before that, Kobe White 29. Desunmu 15, Jared McCain 34, Kobe White 20. So
yeah, I like
good
it. I mean,
recency.
You can look at point guards too.
Yeah,
LaMelo 31, Schroeder 22, Alvarado 27, Dame 36 and 41 in back-to-back games against them. I like that. White takes a lot of threes.
Yeah, he's hit three threes in almost every game this season. So I mean that gets you to 9 right there.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
No?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, there's no reason why.
In a must-win game, like not must-win, but in a game that they're going to really want to win, just to stick it to the Cavs, give them their first L. I like Derek White in this spot.
Yeah, 230 points. Games where they've won. He's fell on home. I think if I recall, there we go. So he's only hit 4 of 6 at home, but I remember Derek White playing really well at home last season, and you could see he has these like potential 30-point games. So hopefully it comes out. They're focusing on Tatum and Brown, and he lights it up in the first quarter. It gets us in early cash. So
all right, let's go.
White,
another one. Lock it in.
16.5 points. Good.
Yep. Tatum. 27.5 points.
All
Tatum is the top. It's a DVP is 18 on the scoring. Tatum, 100th percentile at his position in terms of scoring on cleaning the glass. Guy's been amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to really look at any comps for him. I mean, there haven't been a lot of players to score that much against Cleveland, but I mean, Zach LaVine is probably, obviously he's a much better player than Zach LaVine, but that's probably a decent comp in terms of driving it.
Giannis 34.
Giannis power forward, yeah.
Yeah. Zion 29.
Okay. That's pretty nice. Yeah, he seems like a matchup nightmare for them a little bit. They don't really have who can really guard Tatum in this team.
I mean, even look, I like Kuminga as a comp too, right? I think somewhat, on a line of 13.5, he finished with 21 points.
Yeah,
that's promising.
Okay,
small forwards here. LeBron, you see, LeBron has 4 straight triple doubles.
I think he missed it their last game. I think he was going for the record or something like that. His usage is down. Maybe Jaylen Brown was out or something. I think Jaylen Brown was out. Maybe that ticked up his usage. His minutes have also been kind of sporadic, but I actually see him playing like 40 minutes in this game. Like they're going to treat this like a playoff. Yeah. So if you get him up to like 37 minutes, yeah. What do you do in the Cleveland series? Not great. Consistently 25 plus. I don't know if I love Tatum 27.5. I mean, I think it's a good play, but the line just seems a little high. So I'd like him more in a builder for a little lower.
Yeah, 25, something like that.
All right, so we pass on that.
Yep.
What's next?
We're switching games now. We can go to Charlotte, Brooklyn.
Okay. Hornets at the Nets. Hornets are 5-8. Nets are 5-9. Nets are minus 2.5, and this one totals 221. Both teams are 0-1 in the NBA Cup, so they're both playing. Nobody's eliminated yet. Neither of these teams are probably gonna make the knockout stage, but they're both playing to stay alive, so I think it'll still be a pretty competitive high minutes game. Who's our first player in this one?
Ben Simmons,
Why
assists,
why
five and a
such
half assists.
why such a heavy? It's
Did you
hard to
see that?
argue
Did you
with
see that
that.
clip? Did you see that clip of him? He missed every shot in his warm-ups.
Yeah, that's why we play his assist, because he's afraid to shoot.
That's a good point. Yeah, look, you can't look at the assist. Hard to argue with that.
Super efficient too, right? He's only averaging
Not a lot of
24
minutes,
minutes a game, and he's putting up 6 assists. It's just so hard to like put your money behind this guy, because like literally 5 minutes into the game he could be out for the next 3 weeks. Like, so I know read the green. I know Jordan was on him this morning, so I definitely see why. I'm just always cautious.
It looks like his line. We have him on our sheet here at 5.5. Looks like the line's moved up to 6.5 everywhere.
Okay.
So I don't know. Do you like it as much as at 6.5?
No, I like it even less. So.
Oh no, sorry. Oh no. I'm sorry. I was that was incorrect. I was looking at his points. No, 5. You can still get it at 5.5. 5.5
feels good, right? But 3 for 3 at home. Just again, it's hard to put your money on Ben Simmons.
Should we do it?
No, we're not gonna. We'll pass. We already. Jordan's already on this one, so we'll let him have this one. Have the glory on this one.
All right. Let's look at Brandon Miller assists.
All right, Brandon Miller assists. Yeah,
that's nice. And a couple of those. Look at those. 2 of those first 3 games on the list. He only played 10 and 21 minutes in that Houston and Minnesota game. So yeah.
Look at that. And his last, if we just take him up to 25 minutes or something like that, right? He's cleared in every game but one this season.
Dude, I like it. It's an DVP of 8. He's in the 89th percentile in terms of assists at his position. This looks good to me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at games with LaMelo. Yeah, LaMelo played all of those games. Games without LaMelo, no, they've actually not overlapped. They've overlapped in every game.
Look at some of these small forwards. Tatum had 10 assists. Brandon Ingram 9. Tatum 6. Giannis 7. Yeah, not bad.
All right, so we're gonna have to lock that in though on DraftKings at -154, because every other book has it like, or you can do Prize Picks for 3 assists -137, and you get the push if it lands on 3.
I'm seeing FanDuel -138.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It must have come down. It was -170 on FanDuel.
I'm just refreshing. I think hold on. Let's see if that's accurate or not. Where is he? Brandon Miller assist. Yeah, FanDuel -136.
Oh, man, that's great value.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. Look at FanDuel. They like put the straight plays at the bottom so that you parlay everything.
You locking this one in right now?
I actually don't see it on FanDuel though.
Really?
Oh no, there it is. Yeah, -136. All right, let's wrap the show up so I can get this bet in. Come on.
Do you need a minute?
Do I need a minute? Yeah, you take over for the next 20 minutes. That's nice. And don't be afraid of like a -136. Like we've been just putting like 1.4 units on it, so you walk away with 1 unit. Like that, it's a good bet, right? Like don't be afraid to
pay a little juice.
Pay a little juice. Like exactly. All right, next one. Anything else in this game?
No, that's it. Let's move to Nuggets at Grizzlies.
Nuggets at Grizzlies. All right, so we got Nuggets 7-5, Grizzlies 8-6. Both teams are 0-1 for the NBA Cup. Grizzlies are at home -4.5 in this game. Total is 227. Let me just check the injury report because I know Jokic. I'm assuming Jokic is out. No, Jokic is a game time decision projected to play. Morant is out.
Yeah,
Edie's out. Gigi Jackson's out. So yeah,
Scottie Pippen sounds good.
Why is Memphis favored in this game then? Do I have that right? Oh, the line's just locked on the game. But anyway, let's take a look at let's take a look at this one. Who do you got?
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen?
It's Scottie Pippen. Points and threes. That's the only 2 plays from here. Pretty good without, let's go to this season.
Mm-hmm. Without Ja? Or you want?
Yeah.
Let's look up at injuries and games that he played without Morant. Yeah, I think the recency issue is that if you look at games he's played with Marcus Smart, there was only 2 of the last 3 games he played with Marcus Smart and only cleared in one of those 2. But overall in the season without Ja, he's cleared in 4 of 6 games. So that seems good. Point guards against Denver is pretty good. Oh, I guess they just played, right? Yeah, he had 10 points against against them.
They played twice late last season. He had 17 and 15 points in those 2 games against Denver late last season. For what that's worth, in only in comparable minutes too, 25, 26 minutes, which is what he played a couple days ago against them.
Yeah, it's weird though. It was like not a blowout or anything, so it's weird that he only played 26 minutes. But again, that could be the presence of Marcus Smart back in the lineup. So I like it. I don't love it. What do you think?
Yeah, I also see it's we have it on our chart, I believe, at 10.5, and it's gone up. It's 11.5 everywhere now.
Oh, okay.
So like it even a little bit less because that hit rate change. He's got a couple 11s in there this season, so it alters that. The hit rate goes from 71% to 57%.
All right. So what about what do we got him for 1-3 in here?
1-3, yeah. It's the odds on that are not really it's minus 224 on Caesars.
Yeah, they're not great, but you can put that with like something like we were talking about earlier, Tatum for 25 points, Horford for 6 points, something like that. When this becomes available,
you think just taking him, Pippen 10 points and a 3, is that does that get you there?
I mean, 10 points he's done. I don't think so. You don't get a lot of
you don't
get a lot of value because of this. Probably like a really high correlation between him having 1-3 and 10 points. So, but
FanDuel's got him 10 points minus 155. They're not offering his 3s just yet.
Okay. All right, so another leg for a builder, not a straight play.
I do like the 10 points at minus 155 as a builder leg.
All right, so I think something with him at 10 points and then putting that with, I don't know about this game, but finding another play. We'll see if we can come up with something. If not,
I marked it down with a B for a builder on our sheet here.
All right. What do you got next on the list?
Pelicans going to Dallas to play the Mavs.
Yeah, Pels are 4-10, having a rough season with all the injury issues. Mavs 7-7, not much of a better season. Mavs are 12-point favorites in this one. Totals 221. Pelicans are actually 1-0 in the Cup, so they won their only game. So they are playing to try to win that group. Mavs are in the same position as Boston. They're 0-1, so if they lose this game, they're probably done to win the Cup. So I think this is another highly motivated game for Dallas, even though they've been inconsistent in the way they're playing. I do think they come out and take this game, so you could consider Mavs money line for some builder as well. That could be okay. Who's the player prop that we want to look at first?
Brandon Ingram, 5.5 rebounds.
Okay.
Nice DVP of 6, 87th percentile rebounder. It's looking good. Some of those are looking pretty good. Let's look at the charts here.
Yeah, he's only got a 50% hit rate this season, but this is where sometimes you find the best value. Mm-hmm. The guy's trend isn't looking great, but then you dive into the matchup and it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't play Dallas yet this season, but let's look at some comps at the small forward position and the power forward position. All right, so you got I think Michael Porter is a pretty good comp earlier this season with 7 rebounds. Mathurin with 7 rebounds. Royce O'Neal with 9 rebounds. A lot of small forwards have gotten 5+ rebounds. I know we need 6. And then if you look at the power forward position, Draymond at 7, Filipowski at 7, Patrick Williams had 6, Siakam. That's a really good comp, I think. 6 rebounds. Toppin 6, Franz 6, Jabari 6, Randall 7, Markkanen 9, also a pretty good comp. Yeah. So
even Jonathan Isaac 5 in very limited minutes.
Yeah,
I'm sure. You see all those 5s there. You're like,
Yeah, but
Um,
that could be the other leg you put with
yeah,
if you want to play this. I think it's good at um
5.5.
5.5. But if you look, it's plus 106 at 5.5. So even five is going to be decent odds.
Yeah,
Maybe minus 160, and put that with Pippen for 10 points if you want to do that.
something like that. Yeah,
That's
or
not
maybe
bad.
we'll find something else from this game. So, what are we saying? What are we saying for BI here? You like
Uh,
it?
let's do it. Let's trust the model.
All right, let's go. All right,
BI 5.5 rebounds. Okay,
yeah.
what's
Trey
next?
Murphy, 4.5 rebounds. All the plays are rebounds against the Mavs.
Yeah, I mean we liked Murphy in this OKC game for rebounds, but he got into early foul trouble and didn't clear. Then his next game back, he put up 8 rebounds against Denver.
Hmm.
So
That's how it works.
sometimes lately we've been here and missing those, but um, yeah, I mean I like that his minutes are up, right? We were he was that was kind of our analysis on him in that OKC game. We said he played 25 minutes in his first game back, looked like he was going to jump up to 27, 28, but he got into foul trouble, so that's why his minutes were more limited. Now 3 games in, he's up to 30 plus minutes, so I think it's a good play. I wouldn't play both him and Bi for rebounds in the same game, but is there one that you like more than the other?
Dude, look at his last 30 games and look at his last 30 games and then put his minutes filter up to 30 minutes.
And what is he projected for in this game?
We have him projected for 31 minutes.
All right, so he's going to play 30 minutes. I'll also advise when you look at that, he's not going to play more than probably 35 minutes. So let's also take that down, which does change this part of the chart, but doesn't really change the last like 20, right? The last 20 look really
Yeah.
good still.
Last 10, yeah.
Last 10 looks even better. I wonder if we take him without Zion too. Last 3 without Zion, 688. Yeah, I think that's nice. It's juicy. It's minus 142 on DraftKings, but minus 160 on Caesars. Is that what you're still seeing? Or
What if you yeah, what if you bring the minutes down to like 28, 27?
making a
No, the other way.
the other way. Yeah, I don't think he's going to play more than 33. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of shift some things around. But yeah, it's odd because he really like kind of plays on the perimeter, right? So you don't think, but he's a big wing, and
let's stick with BI here.
all right, we're sticking with BI for 6 rebounds. Murphy, if you want to put him in a builder, could be nice for 4 rebounds or something like that.
All right.
Anybody else in this game?
Yeah, Missy also 6.5 rebounds for Missy. Not DVP of 9, 66th percentile, projected for 28 minutes. Looks like he's got 100% hit rate on 2 days rest this season. That's might only be one or 2 games, maybe. But
yeah, I mean, look at him with like 24 plus minutes. He's had 6 rebounds in every game, and 7 in all but 1. Right.
Yeah.
So this line is on the rise. You can see FanDuel. Most books are pulling up to 8.
Yeah, FanDuel I see here 6.5 minus 154.
Yeah.
DraftKings 7.5 plus 105 to the over.
I like it.
Yeah.
That positionally, if this is kind of like the NFL play we had the other day with Montgomery and Gibbs for receiving. We weren't sure which one was going to go over, so we just split the bet up into 2, and we just bet half a unit on Montgomery and half a unit on Gibbs, and they both cashed, right? So that worked out well. You could do something similar here. I don't see Missy and Ingram both going under their props, so I think
that makes sense.
You could do something like that. So I like it. We'll probably debate after the show as to which one to put into the Discord. Okay. Anybody else in this game?
That's it. So we're putting Missy as a yes.
Let's put him as a yes for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got a bunch from this game. Thunder going to San Antonio to play the Spurs.
Yeah. So Thunder 11-3, Spurs 6-8. Spurs are getting 9.5 at home. Totals 222. Thunder 1-0 in the NBA Cup, and the Spurs are 0-1. Chris Paul going up against the Thunder. That's the narrative story. No Chet Wemby, though, obviously, with Chet out. What do you like in this one?
Wemby's out as well still.
Oh, let me check the lineup. I assumed he was playing, but Wemby's game time decision, but he's not in the projected starting lineup. All the bigs for OKC are still out. Sohan's out for San Antonio. So, geez, I mean, if Zach Collins, I know he's not on our list because he hasn't really played that much, but Zach Collins could get a million rebounds in this game with this. This is like small ball out here, right?
Yeah.
It's like no centers. Like Zach Collins is the only guy probably above 6'8" out there. So
Did I see, was Jalen Williams like J-Dub playing center? I saw something. I saw him like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Roto has him listed as the starting center. Aaron Wiggins,
right? Yeah.
Aaron Wiggins as the power forward, Dort small forward, Cason Wallace as the shooting guard, and SGA as the point guard. So yeah.
All right.
Anyway, what's the first play in this one?
Chris Paul, 7.5 assists. DVP is not great at 28, which makes sense, I guess, against the Thunder. Pretty good defensively, but his cleaning the glass percentile, which you just expect from a guy like Chris Paul, 97th percentile with assists.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a good hit rate this season, right? 71%.
Breaking news: Jets fire their GM. What a debacle!
Who cares? Like, really, who cares? Does anybody even care about the Jets anymore?
No.
27 plus minutes. He's cleared in 8 out of 10 games, 4 straight. How many minutes do you have him projected for?
28.
28. Okay. Good history against OKC. Obviously, you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt because he was playing on a different team, but against OKC, he's cleared in 7 straight games.
Yeah.
All of those.
I like that going up against his little protege in SGA from that
Yeah.
he spent there.
My only concern is this one could get ugly quickly. Like, especially if Wemby doesn't play. Like, I don't know, man. I think the Thunder could be up by like 20 points at the end of the first quarter. So,
yeah.
So yes or no? You call this one.
I don't know. I'm just not feeling Chris Paul this season, but
Okay.
I'm gonna take a pass. I'll go with the next guy up on the list. You know, I'm always down for a Devin Vassell play.
Oh, he was recently added to our list. All
Yeah.
right, what do we got on Vassell?
Both assists at 2.5 and points at 14.5.
Jeez, look at that history. I was still on versus OKC. Look at that history versus OKC. 4, 7, and 9.
Wow.
His last 3 against OKC. Yeah, let's go. Let's just lock this in. Why are we waiting? This is awesome.
Agreed.
Dude, and his minutes have to be on the rise. If Wemby doesn't play, he's got to like fill in some of that. It's only available on Caesars right now, but minus 137 seems like great value. Is it good DVP?
No, it's 28, same as Chris Paul, but you know, he's a guard. He's more like a wing. I don't know. I don't know if I trust that 100%. You want to look at some of the comps?
Shooting guards. Yeah. No, I mean, our guy Norm Powell had 4 assists. Couldn't get 2 last night, but he had 4. A lot of guys with 2.
Yeah, he's real. You know, this season he's playing 70% of his minutes at shooting guard, 30% of his minutes at small forward. Not a lot of data though. Like last season, that was flipped. He played 30% of his minutes at shooting guard last season, 70% of his minutes at small forward. So you can look at some small forwards there as well.
And what are the minutes that we have projected for him tonight?
Him at 26 minutes.
Oh, that's great. I mean, look at that. He hasn't played that much yet this season. So you got to figure they haven't played since the 15th, right? So he's on 4 days rest.
Yeah.
You know, after his first 4 games this season, they're going to probably try to ramp him up tonight. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. Let's look at his points too. Maybe a PA play possibly.
Okay.
Let's see, 14.5 points. Again, the DVP is the same for assists and points, 28. We don't have percentile rankings for him yet, just because he just came back, so he's not showing up.
Yeah.
There yet. Yeah. But been pretty good. I mean, so far he's 122 points per 100 shot attempts. So very efficient scoring so far. Also, his assist percentile is very good too. Just going back to the assist play there. So I feel like I might like this one too. Let's see what we got. Yeah, look at that. 3 or 4 games since he's been back. Minutes going up. Comps. Vassell points against OKC.
Norm
Here.
Norm Powell.
Norm.
It all comes back to Norm.
Melton 19, Jalen Green 14,
Christian
Brown 24, and then Powell again 24,
and Melton again 19.
There you go.
So got a lot of
some of the
repeat scorers. Yeah,
small forwards here. What do we got?
Let's do it. Let's just do it. 14.5 points. I don't know. Do you want to play them both, or you want to just lock in on? I mean, points obviously make more sense, and you get more value as opposed to paying minus 137. The assists were kind of a sneaky play, but
we can go to 17.5 PA at minus 113.
Didn't work out last night with Kevin Love when we did that. So
I like them both.
Yeah, I think it's good, especially with the rising minutes and maybe higher usage with Wemby out. So,
all
right, we'll play them both. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right, who else is in this one?
Brandon Boston rebounds.
I got to be honest, I don't know if we've ever played Brandon Boston.
Well, he was riding the Clippers bench for years, so now he's getting a little extra run here.
Interesting. All right, so we got him for 5 rebounds.
What's his stat? It's the number 1 overall DVP matchup. Guards rebounding. Again, he's I wouldn't classification. He's more like a wing.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets the minutes,
he looks good.
Yeah. Recently. I don't know. Let's not even spend. This is only available on Sleeper, Prize Picks, and Underdog. So, I think it's okay. Like,
if
you can get it on Underdog for 4.5,
oh, that's why it's there for 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll say no. Oh, I didn't see Chris Paul here. Chris Paul rebounds is also popping. I don't even really want to look too much into that. I feel like it's a pass, but
after playing FVV and
oh, you're feeling the guard rebounds.
No, I feel like we've squeezed all the luck out of those plays.
Agreed. Especially with the old man here. Like, he's not going out of his way to grab some boards.
It was funny. There were 3 players on Houston last night, right, that we were looking at for rebounds. Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and FVV. Right. And we said no to the first 2, and then we played FVV. Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green both cleared their lines in the first half. And I was like, why do we choose like the guy who's like 5'3"?
Yeah.
For rebounds, and those other 2 guys crushed. But they all ended up sailing over their lines. So that's why it was such a good play. All right. Anybody else in this game?
Yeah, I think there's one more.
Julian.
Champagny, 4.5 rebounds. Guy we've talked more about Julian Champagny in the last week than ever.
As you should.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah, 79% hit rate. DVP is good in this one. A DVP of 7, 80% cleaning the glass rate. I mean, this is all good, man.
7th percentile. Yeah, it's good. It looks like it's creeping up to 5.5 in a bunch of places. Right. So a little juicy at 4.5, minus 156 on FanDuel. Oh no, 4.5 on FanDuel, minus 128. And I just refreshed the screen. So I like it. Lock it in.
All right, Champagny. You got that in the log. 4.5, minus 128. Yep. Okay.
All right. Last game. Jazz coming here to LA to play the Lakers.
All right. Yeah, they
your boy is up.
Jazz are 3-10, Lakers are 9-4. Lakers, as I said last time we talked about the Lakers, are now 6-0 at home. So they're undefeated at home. Minus 11.5. Total's 235. Nice total. And the Lakers are 1-0 in the cup. The defending cup champions. So they're gonna want to defend that. John Collins, you want to start with for 2 assists?
Yeah. DVP of 5, 74th percentile on cleaning the glass. Looking nice. A lot of checking some boxes here. Projected for 35 minutes. Looks like he's got a 100% hit rate when he plays 35 minutes.
He's only played that much once this season. What's Walker Kessler's out, so that obviously helps, right?
Yeah.
He's also just a machine scoring wise. It's like he was like one of the most consistent scorers last year, and is proving to be so again this season. It's crazy. Yeah, at minus 184 though, that doesn't really like. I don't know. What are we gonna do with that? Build or leg,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We'll
Agreed.
pass on that. We'll see if something else is good to put with it.
Yeah.
Our next one up is Markkinen, right,
Markkanen.
for 2 assists.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe this goes with it.
Yeah, could be. Same, obviously, both forwards here. So DVP is the same, 5. Little worse percentile, 62nd percentile in assists. Projected for 36 minutes.
Yeah, I mean he just played 38 minutes last game and finished with 1 assist. Like that just scares. That just tells me he's just not like that's not his game, right? He's
No.
so. All right, I would say we can do better than those.
Yep.
AD for 28.5 points. You've been loving
these have been. I've been loving this one. DVP of 2, 89th percentile scoring so far this season. JJ Redick has just unlocked Anthony Davis. He's not every other AD anymore.
No,
look at that.
Let's see him at home too. He did have 2 off home games, but in wins, pretty good. Yeah, I mean it's good value on FanDuel too. What do you got there? Minus 118 on FanDuel.
Let's see. I gotta click over to him. There we go. Anthony Davis, FanDuel. Yeah, minus 120.
Yeah, but Caesars has that same bet at minus 160, and DraftKings is up to 29.5 for minus 110. So
yep.
I think you're finding some good value at FanDuel if you can lock it in there.
Yeah. Not great history against Utah. But we did have 37 last year, February last season.
Let's see versus Utah and without Walker Kessler. Not great there. Think John Collins bothers him.
No.
Little 6'5" John Collins. It's gonna stop AD. Could be pesky.
Collins has to be a little taller than that,
no? No, he probably is. Probably 6'8". Yeah, I don't know. I mean, who's like AD?
He's 6'10".
Is he really?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He is. He's 6'10".
I thought he was like 6'5".
It seems 6'5" out there sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, AD 28.5 points. I don't see why not. Let's just look at some recent. Yeah, I mean Zubac put up 22, Wemby 24. Nobody's really like cleared this milestone, but none of these guys.
Nobody's really AD on this list.
I mean, Jokic.
Sabonis 28, Jokic. Yeah, Jokic 27.
I mean, Sabonis is not a 30-point scorer. And he put up 28.
Yeah, his line was 18.5, and he had 28.
And Jokic is not really a 30-point scorer. His line in that game was 29.5, but Here's
what I like. This is probably the best comp. Giannis 31.
Yeah, that is the best comp, I think. AD is actually if you look on PropSide Cash, he's classified as a power forward. I mean, he is a center, but he's kind of like similar game as Giannis.
He plays center. He just doesn't like to be called the center.
All right, AD 28.5 points. We're just going to keep going with AD.
Yeah.
Jordan
Jordan Clarkson
15.5
points.
We haven't talked about him very much this season.
No, we haven't. DVP of 13. Nice cleaning the glass percentile at 86.
Oh, look at that, man.
Yeah, projected for 30 minutes. Dude's on fire.
Let's see without Walker. Look at him without Walker Kessler. I know they play different positions, but just minutes.
I think he's another one of these guys that's like perfect for a tanking team. They're like, Jordan, go out there, take all the shots you want. Like, just go. You know, you be your inefficient little self.
Dude,
got a bunch of
Jordan Clarkson never met a shot he didn't like, man. I mean, that guy.
For sure. That's for sure.
Perfect
for a team that wants to tank.
Him and Norm, the two of them will go up and
Cam Thomas can go on.
I don't see how we don't play Jordan Clarkson. It's going to be close. He's not going to probably put up a huge game, but DVP was what did you say? It's
13.
13, not bad.
Yeah, you want to look at some shooting guards against the Lakers?
Yeah, your guy Vassell just put up 15. That's good comp.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Jalen Noel, didn't even know he was in the league. 16. Stephen Castle, rookie, right?
Mhm.
22. Jalen
Jaden Ivey,
Wells,
26.
Jaden Ivey, RJ, that's probably good. Grady Dick, 31.
I like it.
Devin Booker, 33. Yeah, there's enough. There's enough there. I mean, it seems like there was more success a week ago, but they just may have not played a lot of guys that were good matchups.
Yeah.
So let's go with
All right.
Clarkson. He's going to get his
All
shots
right.
off tonight.
Let's go. It might be a way to, if you want to put Clarkson at, 15, bring him down a little bit and stick him with the John Collins assists. Maybe, if you wanted to do something like that. But yeah, I like
I
the
always
shot.
have a hard time like complicating a bet just to save a half a point.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
It's like if he's at 17 and a half and you're going to bring him down to 15, but like 15 and a half to 15,
Yeah.
I'll eat those words tomorrow, I'm sure. All right. Lauri Markkanen for 6.5 rebounds.
Yeah.
Lowry.
Lowry.
Sorry.
DVP of 14, 73rd percentile. Like we said before, projected for 36 minutes. How's Lowry looking?
Inconsistent.
Mm,
I mean, he's a power forward, I guess, right?
yeah.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl. It's been a while since we talked about JRE.
Yes. JRE.
Put up 9 rebounds. Jaren Jackson, that's probably a pretty good comp. Like not a huge rebounding power forward, but 7.
JRE, I think that's Joe Rogan experience. JRE. What's he done against the Lakers? Anything against the Lakers? Marking?
Yeah, pretty good against the Lakers. 5 of his last 6.
And Lakers, pretty similar team to the one he played last season, right?
Yeah, 3 for 3 last season. 8, 9, 8. Played 33 minutes, no more than 33 minutes in any of those games. So let's see, without Walker Kessler. Yeah, all those games were without Walker Kessler last year. This season, he's only played 4 games without Walker Kessler. Only cleared in 1 out of 4. It's kind of weird. You would think the abs. Well, you know why though? I think when Kessler comes out, I think Collins probably just takes whatever rebounds he would have had. So I don't know. It's okay. I don't love it, especially at minus 142. What do you think?
Yeah, I was just looking at because his assists were a play as well. I was just taking a look at his RA.
Similar hit rates
Against the Lakers. He cleared the rebounds. Did have 1 5-assist game, but
it's been good on the road. He's had 10 plus RA in every game but 1. It's just this is a 11.5 point spread, so I'm a little worried that I don't know.
All right, let's pass.
Pass on Lowry. All right. Anybody else?
One. Rui, 4.5 rebounds.
What a great way to end. There's nobody
Rui,
better to end the show with than
our
Rui.
guy Rui. DVP of 12, 63rd percentile on cleaning the glass, projected for 32 minutes. He's on 3 days rest today.
He's on 5 days rest, it says.
5-day rest. 5 days.
Yeah, he hasn't played since the 13th. Is this like a first game back from injury? I'm trying to remember what was going on with Rui.
Must be something.
Let's look at LeBron. When was the last time LeBron? Yeah, they played on the 16th. They played 2 games since then, so I guess he's coming back from something. I don't remember.
Rui missed practice on Monday, considered questionable versus Jazz.
Yeah.
Some right ankle injury. I guess we'll stay away from this one then.
Excellent builder leg this season though for 4 rebounds. He's done that in every game this season. So
yeah.
I definitely would not advise putting questionable players into a builder though. Like I'd rather play a questionable player straight. This way you end up, at voids if he doesn't play, but putting him in a builder, then you end up taking like your plus 100 and falls to like minus 200. So
yeah.
All
right.
You want to
the list real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Recap.
Yeah. We had Brandon Miller over 2.5 assists. We had Jaylen Brown over 3.5 assists. Derek White over 16.5 points. Then we had for builder legs here, Scottie Pippen Jr. Threes or points. It was for 1 3, 10.5 points.
10 points for the builder leg you liked.
10 points for the builder leg. Yep. Brandon Ingram, over 5.5 rebounds. Yves Missy over 6.5 rebounds. Devin Vassell over 2.5 assists. end over 14.5 points. Julian Champagny over 4.5 rebounds. Anthony Davis over 28.5 points. Jordan Clarkson over 15.5 points. And then we had the John Collins 2 assist builder leg, if you like that. That's the list.
Yeah, so this is kind of our process, right? We started with 23. If you take those builder legs out, that's 10 straight picks that we like.
Yep.
We'll post those in the Discord. And then what Tom and I do is we usually take those 10 picks and we'll cull that down even further. And we'll choose like our favorite, probably 5 or so of those and put those in the Discord as well. So people know what our favorite ones are. So that's where we're at, right?
That's it. Yeah. That went well. I love doing this. I love this little process, and it's paying off. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I got a nice list of 10 straight. So play them straight, play conservative, put them together, whatever you like to do. But let's lock them in and let's all make some money tonight.
Yes, sir. Let's keep going. 80%.
Let's